Hey, what's up everybody? This is B is for Build. I'm Chris. We're back talking about the wheels for the BRZ again. Last episode, if you remember, we were trying to put these wheels on and they just would not fit. So after going back and forth with the manufacturer, they kept telling me, hey, they're 5x100, and I said, no, my car's 5x100. They would have fit on there. Finally, I dug up the box that these were in, and it said 5x120 is one bolt pattern, and then they're dual bolt patterns. They got 10 holes in them. The other bolt pattern is 114.3. Both are really common for import cars. 114.3 is more common for import cars. So these wheels were not going to fit on my car. The manufacturer then said, okay, sorry, it's our fault. What we'll do is we'll ship them, we'll let you ship them back, and then we'll ship them to you a new set. That obviously wasn't going to work because we didn't have enough time. So I talked them into giving me a partial refund. So they refunded me like 120 bucks off of these set of wheels, which is good because I already put tires on them. So one big do not do is always fit your wheel before you go down to somewhere to have your tires fit on them. Because if you do need to return them, then you're paying the 80 bucks to get tires put on them or whatever it may be. For me, it was 80 bucks. And then you got to get the tires taken back off if they don't work for some reason. So I was looking at either losing 80 bucks and shipping these things back and forth, losing like 2 weeks of my life, or I decided to go for something else. I went for these. So what this is a billet aluminum wheel spacer and adapter. This is an adapter that goes from 114.3, which is our wheel. So these set are 114.3. These holes are 5x100. So this is gonna go onto our Subaru. This is gonna go onto our new set of wheels. It's a 2-inch spacer, which is a lot. So you gotta have a wide body kit or some crazy camber to do a 2-inch spacer. Luckily, we got the Rocket Money wide body kit, and this should, I think, with this wheel combo and the wheel offset, should look really good. But I haven't seen it yet. I haven't tried it yet. You guys are here for the first glimpse at this. So in this episode, we're gonna be showing you how to install wheel spacers on a Subaru BRZ. Stay tuned. Alright, so the first step of this process is to put the adapter on your hub. So some adapters and wheel spacers are what's called hub centric. So they have another lip coming out of this front piece to hit the hub of your wheel. They're better, but I could not find a 2-inch one that would that fit my wheel. So I don't have that option. So you line that guy up, and you want to be real careful with your spacer because you can't get a spacer balanced. It's going to be attached to your hub, and you know, so you can't get a spacer balanced. So you want to be real careful not to ding it up or anything, mess up the balancing of it. Most sets they'll come with some lug nuts, and you'll notice that these nuts are, if I can get one off, they're in a V shape like this. I don't know if the camera can put it up, and the inlet holes for this are also in a V shape. So you want to make sure that you're using something in a V shape. What that does is that centers the spacer or the adapter on the bolts. Let me get this back on here real quick. It centers this on the bolt, so you can see right here when I'm playing with it, there's a lot of play. Like I said, these can't be weighted. Like a wheel is balanced. They spin it really fast and they find the off parts and they balance it because everything's normally off by a little bit. These can't be balanced, so what you want to do is you need to use these that are channeled so you can, when you tighten it down, it's going to kind of center it on there. So you're going to want to tighten it, and you're going to go from one to the next, and you skip one, you go one across, so you're tightening in an odd pattern. That way it kind of moves itself to center itself as you're tightening. It takes up the slack on one part, and then you push it over to the other part, and it takes up the slack on the next part. Alright, I all got these hand tightened. So like I said, I'm going to start here, skip one, go to the next one, skip one, go to the next one, skip one, and skip one, and I will have them all tightened down. Alright, now that this is on there, I'm going to throw the wheel on. Goes on a whole hell of a lot easier when you have the right bolt pattern. I ordered some nice little black lug nuts, kind of tuner style lug nuts, just to match the black in the wheel. Alright, from one problem to the next problem. This adapter tool is pretty big, and even though these lug nuts have a really small opening, the tool and the nut are not fitting in the hole for the bolt. So I have a couple other sets of lug nuts I can try, and then if that doesn't work, I'm out of luck once again. Hey, what's up everybody? We are back. Yesterday, it's just fighting a battle of problems, and we got more problems today. Well, hopefully we'll have less problems overall, but yesterday, first set of lug nuts didn't fit in the wheel. Second set of lug nuts couldn't get a bolt around, couldn't get a wrench around them. Third set of lug nuts are really small, but the adapter key won't fit in the wheel. And so then I grabbed a pair of lug nuts off of my S2000, filmed a bunch of stuff, and then I found out that the microphone wasn't on. So that was all garbage and useless. Where we left off though, we had the wheel just kind of hand tight with some of the smallest lug nuts that I had. So today is very windy and it's very smoky because of the wildfires that are going on. So hopefully the quality will be all right though, and I'm gonna give it my best shot. It's time to put these wheels on. So what I did was I went down to my local wheel and tire shop and got some what they call their tuner set of lug nuts, although I had 3 other sets of tuner lug nuts. Anyways, I brought a wheel with me, made sure that they fit in and the adapter key fit in as well onto our wheel. So I got lug nuts now that I know 100% will work. So it's time to put these wheels on and test fit the fender and show you guys what it looks like. The first thing I actually want to try is when I bought my set of tuner lug nuts, I got this special key, and it's a lot smaller than the other one, and I know this key fits around the lug nuts I was trying yesterday, and I know this key fits inside my wheel, so I kind of have high hopes that I actually might be able to return the tuner lug nuts that I bought. 2 reasons. 1, they're not the right color. 2, they're really expensive. They're like 45 bucks for a set of 20. And the ones that I got here were about 20 bucks online. So I'd rather go with, also these are aluminum, lighter weight, and those are not. So let's see. Okay, so this is working. So I think we're actually good, and I'm gonna be able to return the other set of lug nuts, and I just need to keep this $5 tool, and I'm good to go. Well, you can see that this wheel gap is a little bit probably too big. I don't think the wide body kit can compensate that much for this much extra wheel, but right now the wheel's cambered like in a little bit the wrong way, and we'll have to adjust that. But why don't I grab one of the fender flares and we'll test fit it, check it out. Well, as we look at this thing here, depending on how aggressively I mount this thing, we're basically 1 inch off. So the 2-inch spacer is probably a bad idea. I think a 1-inch spacer would have fit just perfectly, but I'll check it out online and kind of see what I want to do, and maybe order more spacers. Well, we got the wheel on the front and the fitment looks a little sketchy. It might be a little bit too wide, but I definitely want to check out the back here and see how this looks, especially with the wide body kit on it, before I go ahead and order new spacers. So I'm going to go through the same process that I went through before with applying the adapter and spacer, and then the new wheel and the new nuts. Today is just one of those days. So I was recording a bunch of stuff with the sound off. Anyways, what I was just saying is that this still looks a little bit too far. It's not as far out as the front, so we'll see how it looks with the wide body piece on the rear quarter panel. Well, this back piece is actually a lot closer than the front piece. So it could be that 2 inches on the back was good, and maybe the front needs about 1.5 inches. I can't really test fit this because it has this lip here, and that means I gotta have the rear bumper off. But yeah, it looks a lot better than the front looks. So the next step, now that I got these wheels on, is gonna be to test fit the Rocket Bunny wide body kit to see what our spacing looks like when it's actually on the car. So stay tuned for that. It'll be a totally different episode. We'll be cutting up quarter panels and fenders and getting these fender flares attached to the vehicle. Stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.